Seafarers Victoria, and it is my absolute pleasure on behalf of the MTSB State Council to welcome you here this evening, and also to thank a lot of people that have contributed to the 2009 A&L Maritime Art Prize and Exhibition. Our artists, the artists have entered nationally for this award. It's a $15,000 prize offered by A&L. The exhibition has been curated by Jacqueline Taylor of Ozlink Entertainment, and our major sponsors, Rio Tinto, Port Phillip Sea Pilots, have contributed to the exhibitions, as has Minuteman Press in South Melbourne, and special thanks to Red Mullet Creative. We have 3 additional awards. Thanks to ASP Group, we have the Best in Traditional Maritime Art Prize Award. It's a $5,000 award. And we also have the World Trade Centre People's Choice Award. You've all got a form inside your catalogue. Please fill it in and enter into the prize. And we have the Maritime Heritage Association of Victoria $500 award for the piece best representing maritime history.
To open the exhibition this evening, it is my honour to welcome Mr. Bruno Gantner, the President of the Maya Foundation. Well known in all of Melbourne, he is described as actor, director, theatre founder, cultural leader. In 2007, he was named Victorian of the Year for his lifetime of philanthropic activities fueled by passion for the arts and enthusiasm for Victoria. His legacy lives on with the Playbox Theatre, which he co-founded in 1976, and the Melbourne Comedy Festival, which he chaired from 1995 to 2000.
I conned my mother into actually writing my speech tonight, and it's not my speech at all, it's her speech, and I'm going to read exactly what she wrote, because it seems very fitting for the occasion. And this is what she wrote. Tonight I'm reminded of the words of a Somerset folk song, for the sound of the sea is like victuals to me, and the life of a sailor is all my joy. We must never forget that we're an island continent and that our forebears arrived here by sea. My mother Merlin's grandfather, James Baillieu, jumped ship at Portsea in 1852 as he was sailing out the Heads. He swam the Rip and settled in Queenscliff, raising a large family there. He became the Queenscliff lighthouse keeper. Merlin Baillieu married my father, Sidney Maevsky, later and better known as Sidney Meyer, a Russian who at 21 sailed to Australia from Antwerp. He arrived at Port Melbourne to join his brother in August 1899. And I interpose and say that legend has it he had sixpence in his pocket, which he spent on a beer to celebrate getting off the ship. My mother swears, in fact, he gambled the rest of his money on the way here. The sea is in my blood, and in the blood I would think of most of you here. The Victorian Seamen's Mission was founded in Melbourne in 1857 to serve the needs of seafarers far from home. These actual buildings were built during the First World War. Appropriately, it lies across from the river from the South Wharf, from where the trading schooners known as the Mosquito Fleet, who traded with Tasmania, used to berth. They were there in my mother's childhood. In my childhood at Sorrento, I would watch the P&O, the Orient and the Manson liners sail down the South Channel, and the interstate ships and the cargo ships of the Blue Star and the Wilhelmsen lines. I watched them through my mother's telescope. Their sailing times were always listed in the daily newspapers, and I knew it would take them just over 3 hours to sail past Sorrento. I ticked off their names in Lloyd's Register of Shipping. About 3/4 of Australians choose to live as close to the sea as possible. All the state capitals exist beside the sea. We grew up reading Joseph Conrad, John Masefield's Cargoes, Alan Villiers' stories of square riggers, and many of us in our youth followed the voyages of the square riggers in the grain race, the ships that picked up wheat in Spencer Gulf, South Australia, and carried it to Europe. Many of the ships were of the famous P line, the Palmer, the Pamis, the Pomeroy. We know of Cook's great voyages through his mighty journals and of Matthew Flinders' circumnavigation of Australia. And we follow the Sydney to Hobart race each year, the audacious, record-breaking saltwater classic. Ask any Australian what's the best way to spend a summer's day, and the answer will almost certainly be on the beach with periodic dips into the ocean. We consider it a deprivation for those who have not seen the sea. The bulk of Australia's trade is carried by ships. Think of the innumerable iron ore ships and coal ships and LNG ships carrying the sources of Australia's wealth to China, Japan, Korea and elsewhere. And the innumerable container ships, the mother-in-law of ships, and the car carriers, the bricks. Melbourne's the largest container port in Australia. The turnaround time of the container ships is very swift, often less than a day. Sailors therefore rejoice in a few hours' leave when they can come ashore and come to the mission. It's a home away from home on land. They can communicate with their families from here. Friendly people offer recreation, rest, food and drink, or a time to meditate in the beautiful chapel. This mission, and there are others in Victoria, at Hastings, Geelong and Portland, and many throughout the globe, offers welcome for sailors of all nations and creeds. It's often known as the Flying Angel Club. Here at the Melbourne Mission, the annual art exhibition attracts marine artists of many styles, and with the abundant subject matter of ships, yachts, tugs, the ocean waves, the wide sky, the life of a busy port or a quiet yacht harbour, something of the sea you can hang in your own home. You can purchase your favourite sea pictures here or just wander among them and enjoy the art. I congratulate all the artists and organisers for a great exhibition, and it's very good to have all of you here tonight helping this splendid institution, the Mission to Seafarers, that has helped so many sailors over so many years. Thank you.
It's to Julian Brewer. Is Julian here this evening?
Jason has captured the essence of the changing maritime heritage of South Bank, and his painting has been beautifully crafted. So congratulations to Jason. Here's the award.
Thank you very much. I'm here tonight representing John Lyons, our Managing Director, who normally loves to come into this event. And he normally dips in big time to his pocket to buy a few pieces, so maybe I'll have to let loose on his behalf later on and give his credit card a bit of a run. John apologises for not being here, but nevertheless, ANL is continuing this long sponsorship of this award. And I think, apart from the art award, the connection with the Mission to Seafarers is an absolute must as far as ANL is concerned. We're part of the CMA CGM group, a huge international shipping line, supporting the missions around the world, and the Melbourne branch in particular do a magnificent job, and all of our seafarers who make use of this facility are absolutely delighted to use the facilities and meet friends and acquaintances. So it's a dual-edged situation here to enjoy the artwork, but also to recognise the efforts of the seafarers. I think the acknowledge the winner of the award from ANL is Don Talentire for Fury of the Sea. Don's been a long time exhibitor at this award, and he's got two art pieces in this year, so it's a great effort.
Don, first of all, congratulations. Very, 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 very special that you were the winner of this year's award. Is this the first award that you've won? Did I hear?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, that's fantastic.
I won a People's Choice once. That's all.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is even better. Now, tell me about this painting. It's Fury. Have you been on the sea in such an instance?
No, but I've been on the ferry to Tasmania.
Okay, that gave you the inspiration, was it? I think
Well,
that's fantastic. Yeah.
Well, yes, but I tried to do something a little bit different this
Yeah.
time, and I used my imagination to depict
Yeah.
a possible shipwreck.
Right.
So that was the inspiration, and I tried to leave a question mark. Is the ship going down,
Yeah.
or is it going to come out of this wave the other side and emerge intact?
So you
So
leave that to your audience.
Leave that
Yeah.
to people to...
Well, I think that's an excellent idea. I love the colours. What made you go so red in it? Yeah.
Well, red is for danger,
Absolutely. Yes.
and the darkness is the sinister side of perhaps the ever-present death in a sea ship.
Which is always on the cards, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, and
Yeah.
our seamen face this from
Yeah.
time to time. They're at the mercy of the elements,
Yes.
and it does happen a lot less frequently, we're glad to say,
Yeah.
but people still get into trouble,
Yeah.
as witness the Basher Bulker in Newcastle
Absolutely.
in recent years.
Yeah, that's right.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Well,
fortunately,
congratulations. It's really, really very, very dynamic, and that's exactly what you wanted. So I think your inspiration was inspirational. So congratulations again.
Thank you
Okay?
very much.
You're welcome.